Hey everybody, it's Roy Canning.
And it's Ruthie.
And this is Favorite Game Friday, where we have a group of contributors with a completely different taste in gaming, talk about their favorite game and the category of the week. We're here in Tokyo, Japan. And we are going to be talking about Japanese-themed games today. So make sure to leave in the comments down below your favorite Japanese games. And let's get to all of the contributors' clips.
Hi, Ruthie and Roy, the newlyweds.
Yes, congratulations. 2024 is obviously the best year to get married.
And you've honeymooned in Japan, so we are talking about our favourite Japanese games. I saw you went on the Bullet train, which reminds me of how much I enjoy the Bullet series. And I'm very excited because Bullet Palette and Bullet Paw have just reached me. So these are the two latest expansions to that game. I really like this game because it's frantic, it's busy, it plays quickly. You can get a few games out in sort of 20 minutes, and it's got a really great solo mode. So we get this to the table quite a lot when we just want a frantic filler game.
Yeah, and it's we have quite a lot of Japanese games in our collection because it's a theme that we just really resonate with. But a lot of them tend to be that sort of older style Japan. So we're talking White Castle, Bitoku, and one of my favourites, Yedo. So Bullet really gives it a different feel to
very
these
different Japanese style games.
But I really love the mission fulfillment in this. I love to play it with the specialist so I can get my ninja out and not worry about the watchman when he's coming through. And if you manage to do that Shogun Black mission in this, it's just so satisfying to get all your ducks in place, all your little people in the right place at the right time with the right weapons. And I love how much it goes into that theme, and you get all that little bit of writing at every mission as to what exactly you're doing and why, who's been annoyed by who in this town, and what are you doing about it. It's a wonder of a game for me, the original version and this master set.
Hey, Favorite Game Friday. It's good to be back. This week, Roy's asking us for our favorite game from Japan. I'm going to go with the Japanime game, Tokyo Sidekick. This is a cooperative deck building game with a bunch of superheroes that's got fantastic little acrylic standees. I love this game. It was my #1 game a couple of years ago, but you don't hear much about it. Give it a try if you ever see it. I think it's a lot of fun. Have a great day. Good to see you guys again. Bye-bye.
For me, I think my favorite Japanese game is still Love Letter. I just really enjoy how simple and easy it is to play. There's so many different fun versions of the game, but still, even just the original, I love like the deduction and trying to figure out what they're playing, and it just made the whole micro game craze like go off. I really enjoyed the game. What about you?
Mine's gonna be Nana. We've been playing it the whole time while we've been traveling in Japan and stuff like that, so it's been a lot of fun.
And I think the English version of that is Trio, but I really enjoy the Japanese version with all the cute animal art on it. And Ruthie wrecks me in it all the time.
Hey everybody, I am someone who does like to seek out a bunch of Japanese quirky type games, but for my pick this week, I'm going to have to go with one that I've talked about many times on this show, and that is Karen and the Pirate Island. It is a solo deck builder game, one of my most played games, and it's really fun to just sit down, play real quick, and see if you can escape the island.
My pick is going to be Machi Koro. It's easily because it used to be my favorite game of all time. I still really like it, and I just love Machi Koro in general.
After all these years, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Happy Friday, everybody.
Bye.
Hey, happy Friday, everyone. Clay here from Beer City Board Games. I wanted to make sure to get a video submitted for this week's Favorite Game Friday so that I could give a big congrats to Roy and Ruthie on their wedding. And I hope you two had a great time visiting Japan on your honeymoon. So today we're talking about our favorite games from Japan. Now, I've really only discovered a love of Japanese board game design in the last year or so, but one of my favorites to break out and play is Startups from Oink Games. Oink has a lot of really great games, but this is one that I don't hear talked about nearly as often as some of the other titles, so I thought I'd highlight it a little bit. Startups is basically a very elegantly designed stock market game where you're going to be drawing cards that represent stocks in different companies into your hand, either blindly from the deck, which costs money, which is how you win the game, or from a face-up offer, and then laying down a card either face up in front of you to represent you owning a share of that stock, or face up in the market, making it available for other players to take on their turn. The hook in this one, though, is that as soon as you have more of any one type of stock, you take an anti-monopoly chip. And while you have that chip, you can no longer take cards for that company from the face-up market. But it can also make it cheaper when drawing one from the face-down stack. You can't get rid of that chip until someone else gets more stock in that company than you have. At the end of the game, any cards left in your hand are added to the shares that you own, and the player who owns the majority share in each company will get paid for each share owned by the other players. Like a lot of Oink games, it's a very smooth game and very easy to get to the table. So I definitely recommend checking out Startups. Again, congrats to Roy and Ruthie, and I hope everyone has a great weekend.
Hello, Favorite Game Friday. My pick this week is Katsukiji. Hopefully I said that right, but where you use these little cat paws to collect fish from the market and try to win the game.
Yes, it's a very fun one. And my pick is Aqua Garden, which has the best sepals and many of them of any game. The cutest, seriously, meeples out there. And I just want to say congrats, Ruthie and Roy. I hope you had an amazing honeymoon in Japan. Bye!
Bye!
What's up, folks? I'm Dwayne from the YouTube channel Blackboard Gaming. This week's category is our favorite Japanese games, and that was an easy pick for me. One of my favorite board game designers is Sashi, and he has created some great board games, but the one that's at the top of the list for me is Wind the Film. In this game, the players are going to be dealt a hand of cards, and you have to take them as they're dealt because you cannot rearrange your hand. And then there are going to be cards out in the center of the table, and all these cards represent shots in a film. So on your turn, you're going to draft 1, 2, or 3 cards, and you're going to place them on the right of your hand. And then you're going to take one card and move it from the left to the right, and that's going to be known as winding the film. And then you're going to play from the left side of your hand the same number of cards that you drafted. And what you're trying to do is create different sets based on color, and you're trying to place those sets in ascending or descending order based on the numerical value. And you're trying to avoid getting bad shots. This is a very challenging puzzle for it to be a small card game. And that's why I love this game so much. See you guys later.
It's awesome to see all of the different games coming out of tons of different countries. They love board games all around the world. But let us know in the comments below your favorite Japanese themed game, and especially if it wasn't one mentioned here on Favorite Game Friday. If you want to be a part of Favorite Game Friday, make sure to just send a super short clip and put it in the Google Drive link down below. Next week is going to be games that are simple. Is there a game that you really enjoy that's simple and easy to teach, easy to play, easy to get to the table? Make sure to leave in the Google Drive link down below a super short video, and you can be a part of next time's Favorite Game Friday. Anyway, this has been Roy and Ruthie in Japan.
Bye,
The
guys.
pandas are now dancing. It's time to go.